You ever hold on to a secret so long, it becomes part of who you are? When I was 8, I pulled off a quiet revenge that haunted my grandmother until the day she died, and she never even knew. All it took was a wooden spoon. If you've ever wished you could turn the tables on someone who wronged you, without yelling, without violence, just pure poetic justice, then you're in for a ride. Hit that like button, subscribe, and settle in. This story is the definition of bittersweet. This happened when I was about 8 or 9. I'm in my 40s now, and even after all these years, I remember it like it happened yesterday. I grew up in a household where discipline wasn't a quiet talk or a timeout corner. It was physical. It was loud. And in the eyes of many parents back then, it was love. My mom and dad worked long hours, real long. So most days, I was left under the care of my grandmother, an iron-willed woman with thick glasses, a sharp tongue, and a belief that obedience came only through pain. Her favorite tool, a wooden spoon from the kitchen drawer. She made a ritual out of it. I had to go pick the spoon, hand it to her, hold out my palm, and wait. And God help me if I picked one too thin. She'd swing harder, as if I was trying to go easy on myself. To her, this was discipline. To me, it was daily fear. But the day things changed. It all started with a broken glass garden. It was this delicate little enclosure of moss, rocks, and water. A gift from my mom to my dad. Something he loved. One day, it shattered. I didn't do it. To this day, I have no idea how it broke. But Grandma didn't care. She pointed the finger, said I was lying. I denied it. She didn't believe me. I got lippy, a rare move for me. And she snapped, "Go get the spoon." That sentence still echoes in my bones. But this time, I was angry, not scared, just burning. I walked to the kitchen, and that's when the idea struck me like a lightning bolt. I pulled out the thinnest spoon I could find, held it in both hands, and snapped it with my knee. It didn't break in half, just cracked. So I pressed the pieces back together gently, lined them up, held it in just the right way. It looked normal. I walked back in, handed it to her, and I gave her a look. Not fear, not tears, just a stare. Bold, challenging. And from that day on, she never hit me again. Not once. She never mentioned the spoon, never asked if my hand was okay, never even looked me in the eye the same way. But what stuck with me is that she never apologized. Not to me. So I let her live with that guilt. For years, decades even. Every kind word she said after that felt like it had a shadow behind it. She softened, became gentler. But I never told her. She passed years ago. And I loved her, despite it all. But that secret, I held it for 30 years before telling my parents. And now, I'm telling you. Because sometimes, the sweetest revenge doesn't come with yelling or fighting. Sometimes, it's a spoon, a stare, a lie, and the silence that lasts a lifetime. We all carry stories like this. The small victories that shaped us, the secrets we buried, the pain that made us clever. What would you have done in my place?